Hi guys, I hope you are doing good. So as my dad discussed in the last video about the jugaad and the tricks that you can apply now, I would be covering those points now, so that you can ace the day of your JEE mains. So let's get started. So the first point is the body clock point. Knowing your body clock means that you understand the time when you feel hungry, the time when you feel to go to the washroom. So you have to be clear about the timings of your exam. Say you get your admit card, and we know that the J mains ka paper that happens in two sessions. One is at 10 a.m. and the other one is at 3 p.m. So if your session is at 10 a.m. or at 3 p.m., then you should have your breakfast or your lunch at such a point that you don't feel drowsing during your exam, or you don't feel hungry during the paper. So that's about knowing your body clock. You should also have the right kind of food before the paper. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि हाई एनर्जी चाहिए तो 3-4 बॉटल रेड बुल पी ली और ऐसे एनर्जी आई नो. You should have the right kind of food. It is a wrestling, but it is not a physical wrestling. It is a mind ka wrestling. It's a mental wrestling. So you should know your body clock by this week, and also convert your schedule such that ki around 9 a.m. you're finished with your breakfast, or if your paper is at 3 p.m. by 1 o'clock you are done with your lunch, and now you're ready to go to the exam. So my mom, she's a nutritionist and a fitness trainer. She would also come up with a video about what is the right kind of diet or the right kind of food that you should eat during the time of exam, so that it would help you to focus well during the exam, so give you the right kind of energy and not to feel drowsy. Second point is also a very important point, and that is to give the mock test regularly from now. So now we know that the JMain session is either at 10 a.m. or at 3 p.m. So you shouldn't give the mock test at any time of your leisure. You should either give it at 10 a.m. or 3 p.m. to further set your body clock on the exam day. Now, if your admit cards are released and say you got a time of 3 p.m., then give your mock test only at 3 p.m. Also, once you finish your mock tests, you should analyze the mock test properly, because just giving the mock test wouldn't help you ace the exam. Also, knowing your mistakes, knowing the areas of improvement, and knowing your strength is also important. So do analyze the paper after giving the mock test. While giving the mock test, you should have no disturbance. It should be like as if you are in an exam hall. You shouldn't get up and just walk out of the room taking break, taking a walk. You shouldn't use your phone in the middle. There shouldn't be any person disturbing you, knocking your door, saying that gate khol mujhe ye lena hai. Nothing.
थोड़ा माहौल तो बना.
It should be a pure exam like environment. So this is also an important point. Going further into the mock test part, now it's the time where you shouldn't try anything new. If there's a topic that you haven't studied at all, you shouldn't touch that topic right now. You should only focus on the revision part. You should focus on revising the formulas. If you consider physics, the questions that come are mostly formula based, so you should be clear with the formulas. Chemistry को अच्छे से revise करते रहो अभी. Now is the time to strengthen your knowledge that you already have. अगर आप नई चीज़ें लर्न करते हो और अगर आपको समझ नहीं आती, तो आप बहुत सारा टाइम भी वेस्ट करते हो. आपको अलग से प्रेशर भी डेवलप होता है कि नाउ देयर इज लेस टाइम फॉर द एग्जाम, एंड ऑल्सो यू हैव द प्रेशर दैट यू हैवंट लर्नड एनीथिंग. सो डोंट लर्न एनीथिंग न्यू एट दिस पॉइंट. इफ योर टीचर्स और योर मेंटर्स feel that a particular topic is important, then just brush the points given in the NCERT or the important points of the topic, but don't go in depth of that topic. Also, if you feel like a particular part you have to strengthen, then solve the previous year questions of the JEE mains of that particular topic and strengthen that particular part. So this is about the mock test. The third point is a bonus point. This particular practice I followed, and it actually helped me a lot. So when I was a JEE aspirant, I had my JEE mains ka first attempt on the third day. I did not see the papers, both the papers of day 1 and day 2, because I had that inner confidence that जितना मैंने पढ़ा है वो बेस्ट है. मुझे सब जो भी मैंने पढ़ा है वो अच्छे से पढ़ा है. In general, you shouldn't see the papers that come before. That's because if there is a particular question or a group of questions that are from the topics which you don't know or you're not aware of, then you will have that inherent pressure, that you'll create a pressure in your mind, thinking that अरे यार ये तो मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं था, अब यार मैं तो गया, मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ाई. Simply just 2 days or 1 day before, you are developing an unnecessary pressure. तो आपको ये नहीं करना चाहिए क्योंकि हर दिन के पेपर्स डिफरेंट होते हैं। अगर आपको जानना है कि पेपर किस पैटर्न में आ रहे हैं तो यू शुड स्पीक टू योर टीचर्स कि किस पैटर्न के क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, कैसे आ रहे हैं, यू शुड टॉक टू देम, you should talk to your teachers in this situation and not solve each and every questions just a day or two before the exam. So this is a very important practice that you should include in your JEE Mains preparation from now. So last but not the least, हम भी 2022 में JEE Mains देकर आए हैं, अब आपकी बारी है। तो always remember this point कि JEE Mains is not the end of life. It is not something really big. It's not at all important than you. अभी your mindset should just be to give your best. You shouldn't compare yourself with other कि इसका इतना पोर्शन हो गया, मेरा इतना नहीं है। नो, जितना तुमने किया है वो बेस्ट है। अभी तुम्हारे हाथ में प्रेजेंट मोमेंट है, प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में तुम्हारे कर्म हाथ में, तो फोकस ऑन दैट कर्म। फल क्या होगा हमारे हाथ में नहीं है। हो सकता है तुम्हारी रैंक बहुत अच्छी आ जाए एक्सपेक्टेड से, हो सकता है तुम्हारी रैंक नीचे आ जाए एक्सपेक्टेड से, हमारे हाथ में रिजल्ट नहीं। सो यू शुड ओनली फोकस ऑन योर कर्मा राइट नाउ, एंड जो भी होगा वो सबसे बेस्ट होगा। ठीक है, तो स्टे ट्यून्ड फॉर द नेक्स्ट वीडियो। I would be covering a lot of good and exciting contents. I would be bringing them up. So all the best and forward again.